is the 1st of March. It isn't right now when I'm filming this, but when it goes up it will be, and I'm really looking forward to it. You know, March is always one of those fool you months though. It'll be like spring and then all of a sudden there'll be like a horrible snowstorm, so you never know. But I'm just ready for springtime. I'm sure you guys are too. But in the meantime, February was a really, really great month for me. It just flew by. I have so many great things to tell you about for my favorites this month. I am so passionate about so many of these products. I can't wait to talk about them. So let's just get into it. I recently did drugstore haul. So I hauled a bunch of drugstore stuff and then I just posted like 2 weeks later what I thought about all of it. I will link that below if you're interested, but this was one of the products. There's actually 3 of those products. It worked out so well, they're now in my favorites. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This is in the shade Dolce de Leche. I like the contour in this quite a bit. I'm wearing it today, but the real favorite for me is this here. This is the highlight powder, and what I've been using it for is to set my under eye, and it is so good. It does not get me cakey at all. Like, I have been trying baking methods with loose powders. I've just been setting with, like, I've probably tried 8 different types of loose powder to set my under eye in the last 6 months, and all of them have fallen short. This is the first one that doesn't cake me up like horribly. It lasts so well throughout the day. I've been using it to, you know, set any areas on my face that I've done concealer, like for highlighting, so basically down this way, and it's just working out so well. The only thing about this is the powder is so super soft that it does kick up a lot of product, but you know what? The price of this is like, what, like $4? Something like that anyway, $4 or $5. You cannot beat this, like seriously. And the contouring powder is really good too. This is a really nice shade for contouring. I have been loving this. You know what? I actually have 2 fails, and I was gonna do them first and I forgot to, but let's just do them right now. Let's stick them kind of in the middle. I did a full review on this, you guys. I know this is really good for dry skin people, but for oily skin like me, it is a huge no-no. It settled so badly into my pores. It wore off in all the oily areas. It did not last throughout the day. I mean, I do close-ups in my review and you can see it. It's terrible for oily skin. So unfortunately, this did not work out for me at all. I will not be using this at all to test it further. There's no point. It's just so bad on oily skin. The problem is it's called Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation, and it's a hydrating foundation with a matte finish, and that's the confusion. So when oily skin people see the word matte, we automatically go, give it to me, right? We all want the mattifying properties. This is not mattifying. It's just a hydrating foundation with a matte finish, and therefore I don't blame this product. It's not its fault. You know, it's not for me. So, and if you're oily skin, I just want to let you guys know, don't waste your money. The other thing I am so disappointed about, I just did a big Kiko order and I got these 2 lipsticks. These are the sheer ones. The other ones I got, I can't remember the actual name, and it doesn't say it anywhere on the packaging, but the other ones are like opaque, they're beautiful, they're creamy, they're wonderful. But these sheer ones, the problem is they have all this glitter in them. And while I don't always, look at how pretty that color is too. While I don't always mind glitter in my lipsticks, I really don't. The problem is this feels so gritty on your lips. It's like I can't stand it. And I'm so sad because I know I'm not gonna get any use out of these, which is so sad because the colors are so pretty. The pink is $4.15, the peach is $4.07. I love that peach color so much that it just makes me so sad, but they just feel so bad. So that was the only fail for the month, which is great. I mean, 2 fails, that's not bad, I think, when you try out as much new stuff as I do. So let's go back to all the favorites. Everything from here on out is great. So I've got 2 blushes to show you. I've owned this one for a while, but I haven't really used it very much. This is the Laura Mercier Second Skin Cheek Color in Spice Cider. This is so beautiful. It's so soft. It's so pigmented. It just rosies up your cheeks so much in like an orangey rosy kind of way. It's just so pretty for the fall. I just love it, love it, love it. And the other one is from my Bought It Forgot It, which I'll link that series below if you're interested too. Basically where I go through my stash and pull out stuff that I haven't been using or have completely forgotten about, and that I'm trying to use up for the, or not use up, trying to give another shot for the month. This is Down Boy from The Balm. This is so gorgeous. It's, I mean, you look at it and you go, what is it? It's just a pink blush. What's the deal? I don't know. When it goes on, it has kind of a sheen, not like a glitter or anything, but it just has a sheen where it just makes your cheeks glow, and it's so pretty. I've just been loving this so much this month. Like even the first time I gave it a try, I was like, wow, that looks pretty. I put it in like a few of my Instagram shots that I've done for the month. I just really love it. Okay, another favorite this month has been Subculture Lip Pencil from MAC. This is not so much for like defining as it, I find it just helps me shape my lip and give it, I don't know, give it like the contour I want. I don't really like go crazy contouring my lips, but you know how when you're putting on a lipstick and you just want to like, I don't know, fill in the shape of it properly and you don't want to go outside the lines. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you trace the outside of a coloring book picture, you know, and then you shade it in. I find that that works really well. I hope that makes sense, but it's basically a favorite because it matches my lip color perfectly. So you're not seeing like a definition, but you're getting the definition, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, another thing is from my drugstore haul that I did. This is amazing. Seriously, guys, I'm gonna be tooting this thing's horn for like forever, I'm sure. It's so good. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is in the shape Dark Brunette. It's in the shade Dark Brunette. It's got a spoolie on one side. It's got the fine tip on the other side. So this is basically an Anastasia dupe. Today I have it on this eyebrow and I have Anastasia on this eyebrow. You guys couldn't tell a difference, I'm sure. I can't even tell a difference. In fact, I had to kind of think about it before. Well, which one did I put that on again? It was definitely this one. It goes on really nicely. It does everything the Anastasia pencil does. The tip is so fine that you can just draw in the nice hairs, shape your brow. You got the spoolie to blend it out. It's just so good. And it's $9, at least where I bought it. $9 versus $30. Like, come on, really. So I've got a couple like oldie but a goodie type products here. This is the MAC 217 brush. I am by no means a brush expert. Like, I have only just been figuring out my own brushes in like the last month practically. Before I was just like, oh, I think I'll use this one and this one. Let's figure out what they do. I don't know, I grab for what works, but now I've actually been trying to figure out, okay, which is the best brush for this? Which is the best brush for this? You know why I love this so much? It's because it picks up products so well, for one thing. So you just tap the side of it into the eyeshadow and you can apply it on the lid, and it's also good for blending. So you can also blend out the edges and blend things together. It's like good for both. I don't know if you guys have this brush, if you find that, but I really find that. Like, I love it for just placing the color and then blending it out. It's kind of like, I don't know, this one, I think the shape is, maybe I've cleaned it a few times, has changed ever so slightly from its original, where it used to be just a little bit more flat and now it's kind of puffed out a little bit, but I don't mind that so much. I think it's still okay. The bristles are soft, what was that? The bristles are soft, and it blends so well, like the type of brush it is. I don't know, like I said, I'm not a brush expert. I just know that I love this. It works great, love it. Okay, the next thing is also an oldie but a goodie. Pretty new to me though. I only got this in the previous few months, and I only really started using it in earnest in February. And this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I have so many concealers, you guys. Like, it's a joke how many concealers I have. I was really trying out the NARS one last month, and this month I've really dedicated to this one, and I love this one so much. The texture of it is so smooth and not thick. Like, It's thin but not too thin. It's smooth, it blends easily, it feels great, it feels hydrating, which is important for the under eye so that it doesn't get all crepey. I just find that this one works like the best for me. I really like the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser, the one with the sponge tip. That one's really good too, and I find that this one's kind of similar, but this one has a little bit more pigment, a little bit more coverage, I think, than that one does. I just really love this. If you haven't tried this one, you guys, maybe go get a sample or something, because I really think that it's worth the price. They just came out with correctors too, and I picked one up. I picked up the peach one. I've been testing that one out. Eventually I will let you know what I think of that one. For now, I've been liking it. But yeah, they came out with like 4 different color correctors as well, which I think is pretty cool because people are ride or die for this, you know, and I've been loving it a lot. Next thing is something that was also in my bought it, forgot it. Like, are you guys sensing a theme? Like, these are all things that have been in my previous few videos, pretty much. This is the Boscia BB cream. This is in the shade Light. This is a sample size that I actually got from Sephora, but it's 0.35 ounces, which is pretty decent. I really like this. I would say it's kind of like medium coverage. Maybe not like a full-on medium, maybe just a little bit less than a full-on medium. But I've just been liking this for days when I don't want to feel like really done up, when I just want like a really natural look. I've just really been liking it. It just really blends with my skin tone really well. It feels great. It lasts throughout the day really well. Like, this lasted so much better throughout the day than this did for me. Like, night and day, really. And this is a BB cream. Okay, guys, next are things that I have not been able to shut up about. I've been telling people on Facebook, I've been telling you guys on Instagram, I've been telling you in videos. These are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Glosses. These are incredible. I'm wearing this one today on my lips. It's the shade Rouge Envy 312. This is the shade 300 Blushing Ambition. These are amazing. The texture is unlike anything I have ever felt on my lips ever before in a lip product. It is smooth, it's moussey, it's velvety. You rub your lips together and it just feels so nice. They're comfortable, they are matte but not drying in the slightest. Now, they are not transfer proof at all. They don't claim to be. You know, they're not like a dry down, wear all day and you're like ColourPop or something like that. They're not that. They're just a beautiful matte finish lip product that is super comfortable. They come in gorgeous shades. I actually picked up a few more. I want the entire line. They are now permanent, I believe. Like, when they first came out, when I bought them, they were like on a special display, but I've since seen them like integrated into the line of L'Oreal, both at Walmart and like other drugstores. So I'm pretty sure they're permanent. I think they are a little bit more easy to get your hands on now that the hype has, you know, something new comes out, people rush out and buy all of them. So it might have been a little bit harder to find before, a little bit easier to find now. When I see them now in the drugstore, I see usually like the full color range. There's 10 shades in this range. They are all gorgeous. You guys, you gotta try these. Next, I just got this Lorac Pro 2 palette. It is brand new to me. I have never used Lorac eyeshadows before. The whole palette is not my favorite. I will tell you, I'm a little bit iffy. I've only tried it a couple times, to tell you the truth, but I'm a little bit iffy on a few of the shades. They are very powdery. I mean, I had heard that previously, but the thing that is my favorite in this palette is this shade right here, Snow. This is the most beautiful inner quarter highlight shade that I think I have ever seen. It is so pigmented. It is, it's just like, okay, you want attention to the middle of your eye, you want that brightness, you are gonna get it from that shade. So I wanted to include this just to say, like, don't run out and buy the whole palette for that reason, but if you have this palette and maybe you've forgotten about it or whatnot, pick it up, try out that shade, just use it. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it like I do. It's just gorgeous. Okay, next thing is another oldie but a goodie, but I kind of had to include it because I've been using it nonstop this month. This is just the MAC Fix Plus. I know it's boring, right? But I had this for so long. I didn't really use it very much. I was finding like 2/3 throughout the day with a lot of foundations or different products or setting powders I was testing that I was getting like that really dry kind of no moisture feeling, and I've just been loving this for kind of refreshing my makeup. Even sometimes what I'll do is if I'm really oily, if I don't want to only use blotting papers but I want to repowder, I like to repowder and then use this so that it kind of melds everything back together. And I think that's what this product is really, really good for. It's great for hydrating, making you feel refreshed, but it's also good for kind of like making your makeup work together in sync, meshing together, so you're not getting like layers and layers of product on top of each other. When you spray this on, it kind of like just kind of like fits it all together. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, I had to include a candle. You guys know, like, candles have been my obsession lately. I don't know if everybody can get this, but it is a fairly popular candle maker, and I know that they, like, I got this at HomeSense, which is the same as Home Goods in the US. This is Brookside Candle, and this is in the fragrance Lilac. In my previous house, in our backyard, the backyard had been originally designed by a horticulturalist who had originally owned that house. It wasn't like a shoo-shoo, free-free, what am I saying? It wasn't like a frou-frou shishi. Is that even an expression that you guys know? I've said it my whole life. It wasn't a frou-frou shishi kind of backyard. Like, it wasn't, my house was nothing special, trust me. But the backyard was incredible. It had fruit trees, it had like this wildness to it, like lots of bushes, and it had ultra privacy. And what it had was the one entire fence in the spring would bloom with purple and white lilacs. And if you have ever smelled lilacs before, you know how wonderful they are. They are just the most light, fragrant spring scent. They're gorgeous. A lot of people confuse lavender and lilac. They are not even close. I really do not like the scent of lavender. I love lilacs. The problem with lilacs is they only bloom for like 2 to 3 weeks in the entire year. So that's what makes them so special. I have seen many candle companies try to dupe the scent of lilac and fall short, fall short, fall short. In fact, I was just in Bath & Body Works the other day with my son, my 16-year-old. I dragged him in with me, and we were smelling candles, and they have like this one that's lilac scented, and I smelled it and I was like, ugh, that smells like an old lady lilac. Anyway, it was not a lilac. It was like this really gross lilac scent, and he was even like, ugh, yeah, that's yucky. This, I am babbling on, but this is so special to me because it smells exactly like sticking your nose in the lilac bush. It just smells exactly like a lilac. I love this. If you can find it, go smell it. It smells so amazing. I hope I didn't rant on for too long about the lilacs there, but yeah, just in a chatty mood, I guess. So that's it for today, guys. Please leave me your favorites from the month of February in the comments below. You guys know I love to hear from you as to what you were loving, because it's always a reason for me to put new stuff on my list. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And other than that, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.